Welcome to Invictus Porsche. Not every day do we get a Porsche 911 jam-packed with spec, and this is one of them. It is a Porsche 911 997 Generation 1 Carrera 4S. It comes in the Atlas grey metallic color with the upgraded LED lights. The xenon lights, which come as standard, allows you to see really well, especially during the night. It's got the 19-inch lobster claw alloys, which have been refurbed in a color along the lines of gunmetal grey. What I love about the 911 4S is this really wide back. I don't want to be using any other terminology to describe it, but it does look nice and big and, let's just say, fat. You know, let's get it out there. You could see from the rear sports exhaust tips is that it has the PSE system, which stands for Porsche Sports Exhaust. By pressing the sports button, there's these Valvetronic systems that open up, that gives it a more gruntier and throatier and a punchy sound, and it completely changes also how the car drives. The other subtle design changes is the red rear lights, which are completely in red casing as opposed to what you find on the standard with different colors on the back. And from a design element, I love the fact that when the spoiler comes on, it sort of takes over from the brake light that is already incorporated here on the back. So you get a nice brake light here on the end of the spoiler. The magic on this 911 is all on the inside, starting from the Porsche crest embossed on the headrest. There's small little things that make any Porsche stand out. The fact that this has electrically adjustable seats, and you can sort of adjust your seat, especially when you're driving or when you're relaxing, to the exact measurement you want it to. Additionally, there are also adaptive seats, so the side upholstery can be adjusted, especially the back here at the back, to your requirement. To me, a must on any Porsche is having carbon fiber or having aluminium sort of a finish on the gear knob. This has carbon fiber on the gear knob, on the handbrake, and also on this area here. And you know, from a spec perspective, this would have been considered the carbon fiber package on a 997 Gen 1. Additionally, it's got Bose, meaning that it's got the amplifier, but something I haven't mentioned so far, this is on a 57 plate, so this is as late as a Gen 1 997 can have, so the engine note is a bit different, and I feel like you get a more reliable engine on a later Gen 1 as opposed to the earlier Gen 1s. And you can tell this from the fact that it's got the standard factory updated temperature control buttons, and they don't wear off as they would on a Gen 1. The Chrono Sports Plus pack means you get the chrono watch to record lap times if you are taking it to a track. The sports button allows you to not only just open up the Valvetronic system so that you've got the sports exhaust engaged, but at the same time it changes how the car is driven from a driver-focused element. It's got PASM, which stands for Porsche Active Suspension Management System. As this has come in as standard, it comes in as standards on the Carrera S and the 4S, and what that basically does is stiffens your dampers and gives you a more sports-oriented drive. The upholstery on the steering wheel has all been done, and it's literally brand new, as well as this being a sports steering wheel gives it the added feel of superior comfort. And it's got cruise control, which is perfect, especially when you're on the motorways. Something that no one can ever discount on a 911 is the fact that you get two rear seats at the back, and that makes life so much easier and so much convenient. And if I just slide this forward and just fold this backrest, this actually becomes a really nice platform, all carpeted really well. So should you want to be carrying shopping or some furniture or whatever it may be, you can comfortably get it in there. So the practicality of a 911 is something I don't think anybody could ever discount against it, and they are known for their practicality. 911 isn't just in the raw performance figures. That is 350 brake horsepower on this, 400 Newton meters of torque, and it being able to do 0 to 62 miles an hour in 4.8 seconds. The real magic of any 911 is how it actually drives, the grip, the feeling of safety that you get from pushing a car. Not just because it's a four-wheel drive car, but Porsches are generally known for their handling. That is their motto. We're driving it in just the standard mode. I haven't got it in sports and I haven't got PSM on, and it drives very comfortable. And the fact of the matter is it sounds amazing. And I don't have to have the valves open to get this amazing sound, because a car having the ability to have the PSC already makes it sound a bit better, just because of the design of it and the way the sports exhaust is normally set up. As soon as we press the sports button, it is so much gruntier. It's so aggressive, it really just wants to go. And it wants to be pushed, that's what it feels like. And you don't get that on many other cars with a sports button. But at the same time, as I said earlier, it grips and handles so well. You're not feeling as if your life is on the line, or the car is on the line, or the back is going to spin on you. And the beautiful thing about it is, yes, the dampers have stiffened because of PSM, but you can actually switch off PASM. And that's what I normally do, switch off PASM and just enjoy it in sports mode, whereby it's still quite a comfortable car to drive around. And you can't find that sort of an option on many other sports cars unless you're looking for a Subaru WRX STI, which is one of the other sports cars that we have in stock. So if you are looking for a Subaru WRX, we've got one in stock, reach out to us. So we've talked about what a wonderful car it is on the exterior, on the interior, from a driving perspective. But as a Porsche specialist, Invictus Porsche have their cars go through a 111-point health check, a bore scope inspection, an over rev report, and on a Gen 1 997 and anything prior to that, it normally goes through a cylinder leak down test and a compression test. This Porsche have every single 911 or a 987 will go through a 111-point health check, a bore scope inspection, and an over rev report. And anything prior to a 997 Gen 1 or a 2008 Porsche and before, it will also go through a cylinder leak down test and a compression test. All of that information should give you loads of peace of mind, knowing that your car is good. And should anything arise, at least you know how to deal with it, because you would have all the right reports and all the right information. Lastly, it actually has an extremely good service history. In total, it has 7 services in its book, and it's been serviced every 2 years or 20,000 miles according to the manufacturer's recommendation. The clutch feels like it's brand new. The brakes work really well, plenty of tread on the tires. The interior and the exterior is pretty much immaculate. Yes, it might have some imperfections and a few things that could be improved, but that's with any old modern classic. I would start to categorize something along these lines as a classic, because the 996s were given the classic status, speaking from, a couple of months back. Talking about 996s, we actually also have a 996 in absolute immaculate condition. So if you are after a 996, we've got one. It's not cheap because it is immaculate, and that's what you pay for. With an immaculate car, good service history, good paperwork, good owner's history, and coming from a reputable Porsche specialist, you would expect to pay top bucks. Unless you want something that is going to spend its life in a garage, good luck with that. do not forget to comment, like and subscribe. And should you have any questions about this 911 or something else in our stock, we will be here to answer those questions for you. Thank you very much for your time.